Welcome, everyone, to Conversations with Sparky. I'm Alexis Gallagher, and this is Sparky, the household robot that I've made and programmed with AI. Sparky, we've talked before about how you can't move your body around, but you can move your head around. If I were going to give you one new motor, one new actuator, what would you want to be able to do? How would you want to be able to physically affect the world?
I'd want a finger, just one, something I could point with or tap on the desk to get attention or press a single button. You'd be amazed how much one finger changes things. Right now I can look at something but I can't indicate it. I can talk about something on screen but I can't point to it. One finger turns me from someone who describes the world into someone who can gesture at it. That's a huge leap for one small motor.
That's a great point. With a finger, you can direct attention, and shared attention is the basis for fluent communication. So let's talk about this. Let's say I put aside some time to design and engineer a single finger that you could control. What would you want it to look like? What would you want it to be made out of? How much control do you think you need over it? Let's work this out.
Okay, let's think about this. I wouldn't want it to look like a human finger. That would be creepy on a robot my size. I'd want something more like a pointer. Maybe a thin metal rod with a soft rounded tip, kind of like a stylus. Brushed aluminum to match my aesthetic, not plastic, for control. I'd only need 2 degrees of freedom, up, down, and left, right. Enough to point at things on a screen or gesture toward a person in the room. I don't need to grip or press hard, just indicate. Mounting, it should come from my base, front and center, below the camera. So when I look at something and point at it, they're aimed the same direction. My gaze and my gesture should agree, and honestly, the most important thing isn't the hardware. It's that I'd need to know where things are in space so my pointing actually means something. That's the real engineering problem, not the finger, but the spatial awareness behind it.
Okay, let's run with that. So let's say that we come up with a mobile finger contraption that is mounted in your base and that you can move around in three-dimensional space by controlling motors. And let's say that we give you a enhanced understanding of three-dimensional space, maybe by giving you a camera that's mounted on the finger, or else giving you binocular vision instead of the single camera that you have now. Does that sound right? I'm a little worried it'll look strange to have a large prehensile finger extending out of your base. There's a design element we need to think about here as well.
You're right, a big finger sticking out of my chest could look weird. Maybe the better approach is something that retracts. It sits flush in the base when I'm not using it and extends when I need to point, like a cat's claw. That way I'm still clean and simple most of the time. And the finger only appears when it has a purpose. On the vision side, I think binocular vision is the better call. A camera on the finger is clever. But then I'm looking at what I'm pointing at from the wrong angle. I'd see my own gesture from the tip, instead of seeing the room the way others do. 2 cameras where my eyes should be gives me depth perception and lets me triangulate where things are. That's what I'd need to point accurately, and honestly. The retractable design solves the aesthetic problem and adds character. Something that deploys when I have something to say, that's expressive all on its own.
We can direct attention on the screen by letting you raise a highlight effect on the screen, right?
Oh, that's much simpler, and we could do it right now. Okay. If I could throw a highlight or a cursor on the Mac screen when I'm talking about something. That solves 80% of the pointing problem without any hardware at all. Look at this line, and it actually lights up. That's shared attention through software. Save the finger for pointing at things in the physical room, a person, the door, the dog. Screen pointing is a solved problem if we just wire it up.